back. Video 2 here, starting off in the beginning with this stick, which you're going to see momentarily. Probably not something that you're required to make by any means, but this first shot that you're going to be seeing involves me using it. And I didn't have an explanation when I had made it, why I was using it. So, quick explanation. It is literally a file on a stick, and the reason why I did this is when match drilling the stainless steel counterweights in the last video, there were burrs that were formed on the inside of that pipe, so when drilling through, the top part doesn't get the burr, the outside of the hole, but the inside had a very noticeable burr viewed from the inside of it, and probably not required. More of just, I found a stick, and I found a file, and put them to use, and took care of the burrs. So that's why you'll see that in this upcoming shot here, or in that previous shot, wherever this is on the screen, is it was literally just a stick. I drilled a hole at a slight angle that received the, I don't know, the male portion of the back of the file, kind of at an angle, and it was able to, slight angle, was able to lean that through and grind off those burrs on the inside, just preventing any kind of future issues, or I don't know. I found a good reason to play with a stick and a file, so that's that. So, anywho, we'll get to it. Enjoy the next time lapse here, and we'll get to finishing these beautiful ailerons. So hopefully you see on camera here why I'm using this. Basically, it's that carpet threshold that you'd buy for a house whenever you're going from a carpet to a hard flooring transition. Holds the edge of the carpet down. Anywho, that's what this is. It's from the owners that our previous house left some behind, and it ends up being the perfect angle and offset to allow not only the trailing edge wedge to sit on top and sit level to countersink up against, but also allows for room for the clecos at the bottom to where they're no longer having issues touching the tabletop surface. But the reason why I'm using it, it is match drilled to it. The reason why though, you'll notice after the other side has already been done, the countersinks approaching each other on one end will knife edge. And what I found on the past, maybe it was on the rudder or the elevators, not sure where it was where I discovered it, but when you have that knife edge, the hole goes away, so that countersink bit has a tendency to kind of walk down that knife edge and make an elongated countersink. So what this does is I match drilled to it to where I have a nice guide for the countersink to not veer from the hole. So on here as well, you'll notice some old writing where this is a 1/8 hole in this section here. So I'm using caution near this hole, trying to really keep it from walking, but I am using that hole still. But I'm not finding it causing significant walking or any difference from using the 1/8 inch hole there. I'm allowing it to walk or anything. But anyways, that's why that note is there. But this makes things very, very easy to keep squared up countersunk holes from walking on each other. Alright, so you probably saw on camera there, but using this little squeegee type deal, this yellow guy here worked really, really well for getting it through the dimples, because what you have going on here, probably too hard to see in depth on camera, but this skin is under a whole lot of tension, wanting to curl in on that spar, and you have the spar in the way, and this skin here is nesting between the two, between the dimpled sandwich. Dimpled sandwiches are yummy and all, but they are kind of a pain to get the skin to want to sit inside of. So that's what I was using this for. I think it came from a window tint kit back when I tinted our truck windows, but just probably could get away with a credit card or similar. But it's handy when it comes to pushing down on the skin, and that's also why I have tangent here, but why I also have this clamped down. As I learned on the first one, the whole thing is really, really flimsy and just wants to wiggle on over, and I had a really big fear of pushing down on it and causing a kink in it or doing something to the skin. So this kind of gives me a little more reassurance that I'm not going to screw something up with the skin going ahead and doing this ahead of time. It already calls in the plans for you to do this before riveting anyways, but just put a piece of angle aluminum on the back side and then just regular ruler on the front to make a little sandwich, keep it straight. Anywho, gives you something where you know when you're pushing down on things, you're not going to buckle the skin. And then I was able to kind of work it while pushing down. Tried on the other one, I tried using this long bucking bar, which I believe was used on the, oh gosh, I think it was on the elevators that I was used to get to some hard to reach rivets on the back end of a spar. I tried using it on this. I know other builders have used it with success. I just couldn't get it to work right. The angle itself was hard to match up just right. Just everything about it did not feel right to me. And I'm sure, like I said, other builders out there have had success with it. So if I was you building, I'd probably at least give it a shot. Lay this on its side, try using that bar with leverage, kind of bucking off the tip of it. But the method that's worked for me is taking off watch, taking off ring, and getting in there, sticking your hand, and carefully getting the bucking bar in there and just bucking it like normal. Ailerons are done. Really happy with how these turned out. Definitely some tedious parts to work on when it came to those tight spaces, but overall really happy. Didn't end up with any oopsies, which is very nice. Ended up with 2 clean parts, so cannot complain there. So ready to move forward to the next one. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. As you saw, I had a little bit of fun with the editing of this video, so if you have any feedback, if you like it, you hate it, whatever, comment down below. Or if you just want to say hi down below. But we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Adios.